Hello everybody, welcome back to another awesome Versus episode. This star-studded spectacular is going to be facing off two giants in the theme park industry. Sometimes we cover food like we do donuts versus, sometimes we do pizza. Today is attractions, and this episode is going to be two dark rides for kids primarily. I mean, anybody can ride them, but they're kind of more in the kids vein. And it's going to be Peter Pan's Flight here at the Magic Kingdom versus the awesome adventures of Winnie the Pooh, also here in the Magic Kingdom. We're going to pit these two things head to head and see which one comes out on top as far as which one's going to be the better dark ride if you had to choose between the two at Magic Kingdom. So stay tuned, it's going to be an all-out war. Right here behind us is the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I love this ride. I think it is so cute. It opened in 1999. This was the first Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. There are actually several Winnie the Pooh rides at different parks. This was the original, and I just absolutely love it. This ride replaced Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, and there are some Easter egg nods in the ride for that ride. What do you think of Winnie the Pooh?
I love Winnie the Pooh.
No, but it's such a cool ride, right?
Yeah, it's relaxing but cute all at the same time. I just love it.
Do you feel like it's a kid's ride?
No, I mean I think it's both.
I feel like I agree. Like it's funny because it's kind of a kid's ride, but I love it as an adult.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to ride it. We'll talk more about this ride when we get off of it, but I am ready to go jump on it and get my Winnie the Pooh on because I am really in the mood for some delicious honey right now. So I have a tip for everybody in the Winnie the Pooh line that a lot of people don't know, which I think is really good, especially because of COVID. It's a good tip to know, and that is you don't actually have to touch this to get the honey to wipe off. All you have to do is put your hand near it, and it still works. It's pretty cool. Here's our honey pot. Time to get on board. Woohoo! Winnie the Pooh. Let's do it. Bouncy, 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 bouncy.
One day in the hungry neighborhood,
Hey, happy Wednesday.
maybe mood for food.
If you ask me, he'll never reach that point.
Why me? Why me? Oh dear. Hang on tightly, Ro.
Look, Mama, look! I'm a kite!
Also sang soprano under upright. A concert practicing solo under.
Here comes my favorite part. Here we go.
Come bounce with me. Bouncing makes you feel just great, doesn't it? Follow me! Swing! Phew, I almost bounced right out of the ride. Watch out for Evelyn and Noble. They steal honey.
Watch this part. This is my favorite scene in the whole entire thing. Watch this. Right. Look at Pooh. Look at him. Look at him. I love that part. I love the way the water looks in here. Look at all the little water droplets.
At last the rain went away, and everyone gathered together to say,
Hooray! Hooray for Pooh, too!
We are headed right now to the shortest ride in the entire Disney World property that has the longest line at all times. That is none other than Peter Pan's Flight. Peter Pan's Flight here in the Magic Kingdom was created in 1971. It's actually the second Peter Pan ride that was ever created. So not the first. The original is, of course, in Disneyland. The one in Disneyland was completely refurbished and redesigned, I think in 1983, somewhere around there. So this 1971 here technically is a little bit older than the one in Disneyland now because it was not refurbished like that. Peter Pan's Flight is a fully enclosed dark ride where you basically get on your own private pirate ship that actually flies above the city. You get to see all the gang, Tinkerbell, Captain Hook, all the Lost Boys, and of course, Peter Pan and Wendy. It is a fantastic ride. So we're gonna hop on it. It's probably gonna be the longest line that we wait in all day today. Right now, it says 65 minutes, but I'll be honest, last time we were here, it said 60 minutes, and we walked on, there was no wait whatsoever. It said 60 minutes, but it was actually a 0-minute wait, so maybe we'll get lucky again today. I don't know. Let's give it a go. right, that was such a fun time riding those rides. I love Peter Pan's Flight, and I love the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh, both of which are sort of kids' rides, I guess, but I still love them. I rode them when I was a kid, and now that I'm an adult, I still love riding them. So let's cut straight to the chase. Let's get to the evaluation phase. I'm curious to see who's going to win here. So for Peter Pan's Flight, from a wait time perspective, I think I have to give it a 1.
Oh, for sure.
I gotta give it a 1, because
give
you
it a
have to
negative
wait
1.
a long time for that. I think it's way too long. I think it is the most overrated ride in all of Disney World from a wait time perspective.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't love the ride,
Yeah.
but it sits around 90 minutes, 100 minutes, 60 minutes. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. That's how long. And it's a continuously moving ride, so I never understand why. It's insane. But yeah, it's just too long a wait for me, so it definitely scores a 1. Did you say 1 too? So we both give it a 1. Winnie the Pooh, I'd say, is probably more like, I'd say like a 7. A 7 or an 8. 7. I'm going to give it a 7.
I give it a 6 or 7. Because I feel like the wait time's long a lot of the times, just not late at night, so
Yeah.
I think it's a 6.
Okay, so overall a 6. From a theming perspective, I think Peter Pan, I'll let you say first. What do you think from a theming perspective the Peter Pan ride is?
I feel like it could be redone, but I still love Peter Pan. I feel like it's a 5.
5? That's not too bad. I think from a theme perspective, I give it maybe a 6. I think it's really cute. It's just really short, so it's hard for me to get like super immersed into the theme of the ride because it's so short. But I do like that you're on like a flying little pirate ship, and you kind of go through the whole storyline of Peter Pan in a short little period of time. I think it's cute, so I'm gonna give it a 6. Winnie the Pooh, I'm gonna give it, theming wise, I think I'm gonna give it a 6 as well.
Theming ride-wise, I'm going to give it a 10.
A 10?
Yeah, I think
Wow.
I love the theme. I think it's super cute.
I think I'm gonna give it a 6. I mean, I think it's super cute too, but I mean, I don't love it.
Yeah.
I do love Winnie the Pooh. Okay, maybe I'll give it a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm up in mine a little bit. I'll give it a 7. Let's talk about fun factor for the two rides. For Peter Pan, fun factor, thrill. For me personally, Peter Pan fun factor, it's like a 2.
4.
2, 4. And for me, for Pooh, I'm gonna give it a 5.
I'm going to give it an 8.
An 8? I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's that fun, but okay, well, you're entitled to your own score. All right, so let's really quickly recap the numbers. Peter Pan for a wait time got a 1 from both of us. Pooh got a 7 and a 6. Peter Pan for theming got a 5 and a 6. And it got a 7 and a 10 for Pooh. And then fun factor, we've got a 2 and a 4 for Peter Pan, and we've got a 5 and an 8 for Pooh. All right, so when we tally it all up and we smash the numbers together and we get the average number, man, Pooh absolutely blasted it out of the water.
Because of me.
I mean, I gave it. She really went crazy with her scores. I kind of was trying to keep it real, but
I was too.
Pooh knocked it out of
Kept
the
it real.
park. Peter Pan ended up with a 3.16.
I love Peter Pan. I kind of feel sad, but
The ride does need
Yeah.
it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
nobody
kinda,
wants to wait.
It's the wait is terrible.
over an hour for.
I mean, the
decent
wait,
ride.
it really lost a lot of points with
Yeah.
the wait. It's insane.
Yeah.
And then Pooh ended up with a 7.16. So Peter Pan's at a 3, Pooh's at a 7. I mean, it wasn't even close. It was a blowout, people. When I go back and I think of some of the other attractions that we scored, I don't know what happened, but I feel like Pooh really knocked it out of the park. So there you have it. When it comes to the between those two kids rides, I'm going to call them kids rides. I know adults ride them and they love them, but they're more kid ride, and they're both in Fantasyland. I think between those two dark rides, those sort of like little, I don't know, whatever they are, slow-moving dark rides, Pooh absolutely destroys Peter Pan. Once again, I don't know why people wait so long for Peter Pan, but again, we love both rides. But there you have it. So between Winnie the Pooh and Peter Pan's Flight, Winnie the Pooh crushed it. He climbed up that tree and grabbed that honey pot trophy and just stuffed it in his mouth and said, "See you later, Peter Pan. You can fly, you can fly, you can fly, but I got all the honey." So, thanks again for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed this Versus episode. We've got lots of other content. Don't forget to check it out. More Versus episodes as well that are going to be coming. Until tomorrow, thanks again for joining us the Noble Way.
It's the easy way.
Bye-bye, everybody.